Hey there guys, welcome back to more Let's Play Tales of Arise. Last time, as you guys recall, we pretty much got to Balseph's territory, and now we're going to finish off going after Balseph. So, let's begin. Oh yes, and for those out there who probably don't know, Summer Game Fest is currently just started. I pretty much spent the whole entire day watching that, which was really interesting. I mean, there were like a lot of, I felt like it was just all space themed. I felt like it was all just space themed, which kind of interesting. I mean, what was it called, like the Callisto or whatever it's called? That I already put that on my Steam wish list, but that I seem to say I may not end up getting it. I may, I'm not sure. I mean, I do like horror games somewhat, though I'm not like super big into like games like Dead or Alive 5. I mean, sorry, not Dead or Alive 5. Dead or Alive 5 is a fighting game. Oh my god. I'm not into games like Left 4 Dead, those type of games. But yeah, and no, there was no Final Fantasy. There's no Final Fantasy 16 gameplay at all. Because honestly, I've already made a video and I've already expressed about how I feel about the whole entire thing.
I'm right behind you, Shion. What are those things I sometimes see you chuck out in the middle of fights?
What? You mean my bombs?
Bombs? As in the things people use to clear out rocks? But I could have sworn I saw something other than fire burst from some of yours.
That's because these aren't ordinary bombs. They're specially made ones filled with Astral Energy.
Okay. And why do you shoot the bombs after you release them?
It's a part of my strategy. The effects of my bombs change when I fire bullets of a different astral element at them. It makes it difficult for enemies to predict what effect they'll have, or when they'll go off.
One moment you're using powerful bombs, the next you're using powerful healing arts. They're kinda on the opposite ends of the spectrum, aren't they?
Think of it this way. If you ever get caught up in the blast of one of my bombs and you manage not to die, I'll be able to heal you using my arts.
I'll do my best to not die then.
Indeed. Alright, let's see. I did actually, I've been actually enjoying playing Tales of Balseph, which actually is a really, really good game. The story for it is just amazing, considering it's all about friendship.
Guess this thing needs a different key to activate.
Oh, crap. But yeah. Tales of Balseph, Tales of Xillia, Tales of Balseph, Final Fantasy 7 and 8, 9 through 10 are pretty much like the better games to be playing than caring about Final Fantasy 16. Because honestly, Square Enix is pretty much done. Like the old Final Fantasy team are pretty much like gone. Like the olden days of when Final Fantasy was really good, those were the best days. And I'm sorry for anybody out there who's a major who's a major current modern day Final Fantasy buff, because you probably didn't grow up in the early 2000s. Sorry, you did not grow up around like the early days of Squaresoft, before they were Square Enix, because eventually like Enix I think bought Square, so then they became Square Enix. So yeah, and I think they moved their headquarters in America now, not in Japan. But man, the olden days of when Final Fantasy was amazing, God, that that brings back a whole bunch of memories. And yeah. I mean, hell, I mean, you know, the humor in Final Fantasy X and 7 are pretty good. The original, like the 1996 Final Fantasy 7.
I'd steer clear of that Zoogle if I were you.
Damn, that weak, huh?
Yeah, best not to fight certain enemies. I mean, Zoogles, I suppose. Ooh, treasure. So yeah, now that Tales of Grace's F is now officially fully playable on RPS3 emulator, I'm gonna be definitely doing that as a Let's Play. No question. I'll be doing that as a Let's Play from in the future. So yeah. And oh yeah, and guess what? I actually...
Hey, about that elevator.
Yeah, I bet that garish-looking key will come in handy for it.
Oh. What was I gonna say? Ah, crap. Oh yeah. In terms of, since I'm a PC player now, I'm allowed to actually play games on an emulator. Any game on an emulator. So, anyone who says that, like, oh, you can't play, you're not allowed to play PS3 games on an emulator because it's illegal. And who are you to judge? I'm a gamer. I'm allowed to play any game on a PC. Seriously. I can download emulators if I want to. But, like, no one's gonna stop me, like, literally. And honestly, I honestly, if you think it's illegal and you don't and you don't think it's okay, you know what? Then do yourself a favor. If you don't want to download any emulators, that's your choice. But for me, I would rather play some old awesome games. Since I don't have a PlayStation 3, might as well just play them on my RPCS3 because it's amazing. And yeah, the controls work pretty well too. Even though it doesn't really work with mouse and keyboard, but hey, with Grace's F, it totally works fine with any controller. A DualShock 4 controller, that's what I'm using. Yes, take me to the top floor. But yeah, other than that, I've been having a lot of fun playing Grace's F. God, so many memories of that game. Back when I actually had a PlayStation 3. And back then, when I was actually still a rookie at editing.
This area seems different.
We're getting close. Balseph should be right up ahead.
That's what I figured. Time to introduce ourselves.
Yes. Ah. Let's see, inspecting healing light. Yeah, so yeah, touching that will definitely heal all your characters, so you don't need to worry. And yeah, so there's a whole bunch of lineup of games I'm actually planning on Let's Playing in the future.
Finally, it's time to face Balseph.
Speaking of Balseph, how much would you say you actually know about him?
What do you mean? He's just a lord that holds power over Calaglia, isn't he?
Just a lord? He is far more than that. Balseph Erwolzi Teldilis is one of the 5 lords that sit atop all of Renan society. Even without his Fire Master Core, fighting him won't be easy. I've seen that man butcher who knows how many Zoogles, just to blow off some steam. With sheer brawn like his, he can knock you out with one hit, and it's practically suicide to go up against him when he has a weapon.
Got it. Watch out for his attacks.
That's only the beginning. You can't expect to beat him by attrition. First, we dodge, then look for an opening. Remember that.
Sounds like our teamwork is really going to be put to the test.
Indeed. Don't screw this up and get us both killed.
The one thing I will say though, from this game compared to Grace's F, is that in Grace's F, it's kind of a little bit hard. It's kind of a little bit tricky to pull off Mystic Arts, but in this game, it's actually a little bit easier. I mean, considering that Namco Bandai basically made it a lot easier. I mean, hell, even in Berseria, pulling off Mystic Arts in Berseria is even easier too. That's one thing you'll actually notice. For those out there who've never actually played any of the Tales of games, the Tales of games are actually really good. Zestiria, it's actually good, but the leveling up system's a little bit broken. That's my thing. That's my 2 cents on it. All right, here we go.
Don't move, Balseph!
So the vermin scum you call kin stirred up enough trouble for you two rats to make it all the way to me, huh? What a pain in the ass. Although, it was pretty impressive of you to deliver it straight into my hands. The Master Core.
You really think we're here to hand it over?
Why, of course not. You see, I'll be taking it back no matter what you say. In any case, this is the end for you. You won't be getting out of here alive. The two of you were fools for coming here. Now die! A common thief believes she can usurp me? Don't make me laugh!
You can keep your accursed crown!
We're here to overthrow you and free the Devons!
Spare me your weeping, slave! Damn slave!
Where are you going?
So yeah, basically avoid taking a lot of damage from him if you can.
Out of my way!
I think the very first Tales of game I actually played was actually Grace's F. Vesperia I never got to because I didn't know that was a game, and I didn't really know that there were at least like 13 to 14 Tales of games in the series, which just goes to show you how amazing the stories can be told. I mean, Bandai Namco are probably like one of like the fewest publishers that are pretty good at making some really good, interesting JRPGs when it comes to anime. Like, I mean, they actually have a One Piece game that's coming out. It just got announced actually at Summer Game Fest. But yeah, I mean, even though there are some things that people have said that, you know, how terrible Bandai Namco is, but honestly, hey, they gave us Elden Ring, so you know what? You can't be mad and pissed because how awesome Elden Ring is. And Elden Ring is actually pretty cool. Let's see. So when fighting powerful foes, upon fulfilling certain conditions, just push 1, 2, 3, or 4 icon may appear on screen above an enemy. When this happens, quickly press it to activate a character's boost, attack, and turn the tables on your opponent. Cool.
Just give it up, Balseph! Searing flame, reload! Where are you going?
It's over!
Take it!
You're mine!
This.
You're finished!
Searing flame, reload!
Here I come!
I'm out of
It's
ammo.
over.
I'm all stuffed up.
You wretches won't beat me!
Blue escape!
Here's a healing
Flash
arc.
the shock!
First aid!
Thanks!
But yeah, but overall, you know, the Tales of games are pretty cool. I actually like them.
You're finished!
First
I
aid!
owe you
I still need to replay, let's see, I need to play, what games do I need to, which of the games in the series do I need to play? Well, I haven't played Hearts R, but that's over on PS Vita. Oh.
Balseph's escaping. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Other games I haven't played are, let's see, Tales of Symphonia. Well, I mean, I actually did play, I think that was a game back on the Wii, but I never got to play it, though. Or complete it. Which I need to replay that. Tales of Fantasia, definitely haven't played.
Running from a slave, Balseph?
Know your place, insolent way. Up here, I've got more than enough space to crush you. This time your mask won't be the only thing that cracks.
That is enough!
Oh boy. Oh boy, what a beast of a fire elemental monster.
It's manifested astral energy. And not only that, it's alive!
Astral energy? From the spirit vessel? But wait, that was harvested for me! And that energy is supposed to be mine! It was the two of you! I knew it all along! And you'll pay! Men, slave! Look what you did!
Without your spirit vessel, or your master core, you're nothing!
Shion, watch out! Try harder!
By the power
You're
of
mine! Try harder! That thing's huge!
Don't let it trap you in its flames!
By the power of water! Slot! Swallow blade!
Let them
Nope.
handle this! This one's mine! I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss!
Right.
Ugh, that monster's attacking! Look out!
This should do it!
Searing flame! Reload! Gemini Aqua! By the power
Take
of
this!
water! Searing flame! Reload!
You're mine!
I'm out of
Swallow
ammo!
blade!
Back into the
You're
fray!
finished!
Gemini
Take
Aqua!
this! Out of my way!
Take
Stop trying to resist!
I'm only getting started! Ugh. Here's a healing art!
I'm not done!
First aid!
Last the shock!
Cyan instant!
Here I come!
Sorry if I'm being quiet, folks. I'm sorry.
Searing flame! Reload!
Try harder!
I'm out of ammo! I'm all jacked up! This one's mine! Where are you going? No, that fire monster's causing us a lot of trouble!
Let me take a crack at it!
You wretches
Ready?
won't beat me!
Here it comes! Down you go!
Wow!
Really don't mess around!
Impressive.
Now, while he's down!
Here's a healing
You're
art!
finished! Swallow blade! Severing wing! You're mine! It's over!
Flame! Reload!
Take this! Burn in hell!
Here's a healing art! I can't heal you forever!
You're mine!
You're in trouble now!
I'm out of ammo! I'm all stopped up!
Now what?
Watch out! We need to stop him! Here I go! I'm only getting started! By the power of water!
Oh shit.
Burn it all to the ground! Die!
I'm out of ammo.
Try harder!
First aid!
I owe you.
His power's unbelievable.
You're finished!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There we go.
But why? Do you not possess the blood of a Renin? Why then would you turn against your own kind? It's always been the way of the Renin for the strongest to survive! And yet, you have allied yourself with a filthy Danon! You traitor! Tell me why? Why bring ruin and devastation to your own kind? Snakes like you should die!
Oh shit. Yeah.
A monster made up of
Wow.
astral energy? How do we even...
If his sword is made of astral energy as well, maybe.
Well.
Zephyr was right. We did it. We brought down the wall.
Iron Mask, your face is exposed.
No. I remember it now. My name. Alfred. My name is... Alfred!
Oh.
I want to feel your hair right now. You want to place my only hope.
So yeah, apparently this game has two openings. This is the first one, and then the other one is basically the side one is like basically the second opening. I don't know why Bandai Namco did that, honestly. It's kind of stupid, honestly. I guess like maybe like they did it for the clicks. But yeah, I actually prefer these type of games, like where it's either turn-based or it's just a party like free-for-all type of battle type of fight, as you see in this game or in Berseria. But honestly, I just think that the way how I think Square Enix is going with 16 is just not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody who is basically taking the side of current Square Enix, because there's really no reason why you should defend them, honestly. I mean, honestly, a lot of their games just really suck nowadays. They really do. I mean, yes, I understand Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to come out soon, but that's first of all, that's going to be for a exclusive game only to PS5 and maybe PS4. Oh.
Flames. I see. Where am I? What happened? The rage surging within me, fueling the sword. Where did it come from? This twisting fear that clings to me, holding me in check. The melancholic voice calling out to me. Who am I? Who was I? This is...
Wakey, wakey, sunshine. About time, too.
a week? You mean that whole time I was...
Out cold? Yeah. Just as well, too. When you blacked out, you were on your way to becoming a pile of ash. Shion's the reason you're still here.
Shion, you healed me?
In case you'd forgotten, we've still got 4 lords to defeat. You dying would have only slowed things down.
What about Balseph's troops?
We've got him on the ropes. While you've been getting your beauty sleep, most of the remaining Renans have either surrendered or fled. You slaying Balseph was the catalyst we'd been waiting for. Thanks to you, Galagly is finally free. You have my gratitude. We couldn't have done it without you.
I just did what anyone would have done.
Iron Man... Forgive me. Alphen. It's good to finally see who I'm speaking to. Half of him, anyway. So, feel like telling us who you used to be?
I wish I could.
Memory's still giving you grief, eh? I see. Still, no sense in beating yourself up. You've remembered your name. The rest will come in time.
So, what happens now?
No, just everything. The realm may be liberated, but we're still destitute. You name it, anything and everything starts from scratch. But enough of that. You've just woken up. You should get a sense of the scale of what you've accomplished. Head over to the Gates of Fire and take a look at the view. It's a sight too many Danans died only ever seeing in their dreams.
The Gates of Fire.
I'll be your chaperone. Last thing we need is you tripping on a pebble and missing another week.
Remind me to laugh next time.
So, as I was saying, yeah. Anybody who tries to defend Square Enix and saying like, oh, but you know, the turn-based Final Fantasy games are, you know, they died a long time ago. So what? Though at least those games have replayability. I mean, okay, I played, what was it, like that one game that came on Epic Game Store, that Final Fantasy, what is it, like Origins or something? I played that, like, for the first, like, 20 minutes, and at that point, I was, like, done. Because, first of all, I didn't really quite understand the whole premise. 2, I didn't really like the gameplay. And 3, it just sucked. Completely. You know? When it comes to JRPGs, I like my games being being essentially... I like my games being essentially with a party based. Like this game, for example. Right now, in the beginning, there's only 2 people. But as you progress further on in the game, it goes up to about 6 people. Plus, there's a lot more people, or NPCs, involved in the game. And did you really see very many in that Final Fantasy 16 trailer? You saw a little bit, but really you just saw like a whole bunch of like, you just play as one person who's just fighting an onslaught of enemies, and the really like the whole gameplay just strings out basically like a Street Fighter game. It doesn't look like an actual Final Fantasy game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's my take on it. You know, if you disagree with it, fine. You can disagree with it. You don't have to agree with me, but you know what? But you can actually see my point. And there's really no reason why you should defend a company like that. Like literally. You know, I buy games because of the replay value, but also because of the quality of which the game looks. You know, looks and feels. Certain games I can get into, others not so much.
That blazing sword's turned out to be even stronger than I expected. With that much sheer power, elemental types are hardly a concern anymore. You can bring practically any foe down to their knees in a flash.
Don't count on me being able to pull off another Gates of Fire. That only happened because I had the help of that spirit vessel monster too.
Still, you did defeat Balseph with it, which means it can also take down the other lords. That's enough for me. Besides, if it was any stronger, your body wouldn't be able to handle it. Have you forgotten what happened after we finished off Balseph?
No. But aren't you scared of having that much power inside of you? Even a little?
Why would I be? Power provides opportunity. You don't expect me to simply throw it away, do you?
No, I get it. It's a good ace to have up our sleeve, that's for sure. I'll make the most of it. Well, as much as I can without becoming charcoal.
Alright. So, I think... Alright, I think this is a good time to call it an episode. So, join me in the next episode for Let's Play Tales of Rise, where we will essentially pretty much continue on with the next lord that we'll probably end up going after. Let's see, what else? Look forward to seeing some more other content that's gonna take place after next week. So this upcoming week, as I said before last week, there's not gonna be any videos next week, so don't expect to see very many videos at all next week. But the week after, there will be some videos, so you'll get your daily dose of content by then. And if you guys aren't aware, Summer Game Fest is currently happening. Today just wrapped up with the opening for Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest, showing off a lot of different games from a few interesting new studios. There were some interesting games, indie games announced, and also Devolver Digital had theirs as well. So if you guys haven't, definitely you can go take a look over it on YouTube. There was a whole bunch of them. One of them that really stood out to me that I'm actually really wanting to get is Zenless Zero Zone, and it's being developed by the creators that made Genshin Impact. So by IO or something, or I forget the actual name, but or IOHO or something. Anyways, it's some sort of Chinese name, but they renamed it. I forgot the name now, but yeah. They're the creators for Genshin Impact. So if you liked Genshin Impact, They're currently working on 2 different games: Zenless, Zero Zone, and then Honkai. I think it's Honkai Star Trail. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, you can definitely look through the Summer Game Fest, the Summer Game Fest thing that happened today. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool, interesting announcements. A few games really looked interesting to me. I already have some games over on my Steam wish list, so there you go. And in terms of like that game called the Callisto Protocol, that game definitely seems interesting. I'm gonna just wait to hear about more. All right. So with that, I'd like to end things off here. This is Anime Core A5. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely check all my other content out. I do Let's Plays, anime rants, game rants, anime recommendations, and a whole bunch of others. All right. So with that, I will end things off here. You can definitely join me. Follow me over on my Discord. I have a Discord server. The link to that is in the description. If for some reason you can't seem to gain access to it, you can definitely send a comment down below this video, and I'll get back to you. And of course, you can also follow me over on Facebook as well. Twitter I don't really use because Twitter I just don't really care for, but everything else there will be some cool, awesome videos. All right. With that, I will end things off here. See you guys then.